Hi you guys, welcome to the channel, Life with Charlene. Today we're going to be talking about frugal living on a fixed income. And so, what is frugal living? It's where you actually live below your means. If you're getting so much money, you keep everything up under that amount of money. So you find ways to keep your costs down. Some of those ways you can keep your costs down is by drinking water. Instead of buying sodas and juices, drink water. I have a filtered water pitcher that I drink water from. I'm constantly drinking water. And if I do want a little sweetness in it, I use these little packets here. You just put them in you can make a gallon of this stuff if you want. It's 0 calories, and if I want something to drink that's sweet, that's what I use. And I've been doing really good as far as sweets go. I buy Jell-O. Jell-O is such a cheap and delicious treat that I've started buying Jell-O now. So when I have that taste where I need a sweet, I'll do Jell-O. Apples are always good. Keep apples around. You get hungry, eat on an apple. I can have milk, even though I don't really drink milk, but I can make chocolate milk because I will drink that. And you can make chocolate milk. So one of the things for frugal living is stop buying soda pops. Stop buying the juices. Drink water, drink milk. It's better for you. And it's less costly. You can get a gallon of milk for like $2 sometimes, depending on where you go. Another thing I do is I conserve my electricity, I conserve my water, and I conserve my gas bill, because my stove is gas and I think everything else is electric. And when I cook enough for like the next day or maybe 2 or 3 days. When I cook, I don't just cook one meal a day. I cook enough so I can have it for the next 2 or 3 days to keep me from constantly cooking, because I don't eat out. Let's get that on our frugal thing. Charlene does not eat fast food. Charlene does not go to restaurants. Charlene does not order takeout. So that's another thing that keeps me in line with my fixed income. Another thing is, if you do have to go shopping, don't go shopping on an empty stomach, because that causes you to buy things that you don't want. And you don't want to be hungry when you go grocery shopping. And always have a list of things that you need, not want, but you need. Toilet paper, maybe paper towel, detergent, dishwashing liquid, things like that. But make sure you take a list. So I take a list. That way I don't forget the things that I know I need. And if I pick up something, well, that's on me. I did bad. But no, I try and stay within a budget when I do shop, because I don't want to spend all my money on groceries. Another thing you don't want to do is get in the habit of using credit cards and letting them carry a balance. If you run out of money, if you're on a fixed income and you have to use your credit card, make sure it's something you can pay off, before you just let it keep growing. So that's another thing you can do. It's snowing here in Michigan and I'm just watching the snow. Sorry. But like I said, another thing I do is when I go to the food bank, I usually cook that food first. Before I cook anything that I purchased, I'll cook my food bank food first, and I'll usually eat food bank food probably maybe 2 or 3, maybe 2 or 3 times a week. I'll cook something from the food bank and eat that. But I always eat that first because you know they always have expiration dates a lot of times on their food. So I make sure food banks are the first foods I eat. Another thing I do is I make sure I'm not running a subscription of anything that I have to pay for monthly. Everything that I'm paying for right now is part of my fixed income. It's my fixed living. You know, my rent, my electric, my cable, my phone, those type of things are on my budget of a fixed income. Anything outside of that is something that I'll have to think about. So subscriptions, I have no subscriptions to Netflix. I have no subscriptions to Hulu. I have no subscriptions to anything on television. And, you know, there was a time you couldn't even watch television unless you had cable. And I haven't had cable in years. The only thing I use is the internet. And I have to pay my phone bill. So those are just already included in my fixed income. So anything outside of that, I save. And I do try and save a little bit of something every month. It's not much, but at least I'm saving something. So that's always a good thing. And another good thing you can do is make your own cleaning products. If you buy lemons in the store, you can take lemons, baking soda, vinegar, white vinegar, and dishwashing liquid, and you can use those in different areas to clean with, because the baking soda cleans, the vinegar cleans. So you can use that instead of buying all these different products for cleaning. And when I do the glass and the mirrors, I actually use vinegar. Put a little vinegar and water and spray it, wipes off clean. I don't use Windex or any of that stuff anymore. It's too expensive for me to buy stuff like that if I'm using vinegar, because sometimes I use vinegar and put a little bit in my greens or my beans. And so it's already on hand. So things like that, you know, make it a dual purpose. When you have something, try and make it a dual purpose. You can use it for this, you can use it for that, and that just cuts costs so well. You know, I never used to have to worry about cutting costs, but now definitely, being on a fixed income, you definitely have to find corners that you can cut, you know. And so I have been doing very well this past year. The past year. That's when I got into my fixed income and I was able to save some money out of it and work with it, get everything caught up and built into that fixed income for my fixed living expenses. So that's what I had to talk about today as far as living frugally on a fixed income. It can be done and you can do it. And this is usually for one person. My advice, since I'm just one person, it might be different if you have a family. And that's another thing with those memberships too, subscriptions and memberships. Those bulk stores, I don't think they're worth it if you're by yourself. It's like I buy the 88-cent paper towel if I'm going to buy it from Walmart. 88 cents a roll, and I use maybe 2 rolls a week, if that, because I try my best not to use the paper towel unless it's actually necessary. So that's my frugal tips for today for being on a fixed income. And if you guys have other ones that you want to tell me about, tell me. I might need to use some of your ideas too, you know. But those are just some of mine that have me where I'm able to actually save money every month and stay within my budget. All right, so you guys take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next video. And keep on subscribing and keep on commenting. I love you guys so much. Take care. Bye-bye.